Good afternoon to you. I thought you guys might like to know that yesterday while I was at work, my coworker came inside and said, "Kendra, there is a moose outside." Yep, a moose. It's not even surprising anymore. I mean, when I was in grade 8, there was a moose in the park beside my school. About a month ago, there was a moose just walking through the city, heading downtown. It wouldn't be Canada if we didn't have the occasional moose in the city. So the other day, I was just going about my business when all of a sudden I remembered a really bizarre thing that I used to do as a child. The more I thought about this one thing, the more I remembered a bunch of just bizarre behavior that I had as a child. So I thought I'd share some of these stories with you. I mean, I know this isn't a really original idea, but it should still be pretty entertaining. Number 1, the fork incident. When I was about 6, I used to accidentally drop my fork at supper, and for some reason, I completely refused to pick it up. It wasn't that I didn't want to eat my supper. I mean, I like my food, but I just didn't want to pick up the fork myself. So my sister, who sat right beside me, picked it up for me. This happened a lot, and eventually I remember once or twice I actually dropped it on purpose. I don't know why. It didn't make me feel powerful or anything. Like, I didn't feel like, oh, I can get my sister to pick up my fork for me. It was nothing like that, so I really don't know why I did it. Eventually there came a point when I dropped my fork and my parents told my sister to absolutely not pick it up for me. So I remember sitting there for just like 2 seconds, just kind of having it dawn on me that I wasn't getting my fork back if I didn't pick it up myself. So I picked it up myself and I stopped dropping my fork. Number 2, the garbage thief. I used to rummage around the garbage looking for things to keep. It wasn't like the gross kitchen garbage, it wasn't like food refuse and things like that. There's still some pretty gross garbage. I think I was looking for things that I didn't feel should have been thrown away, like things that were still valuable. My parents told me to stop multiple times and I kept doing it anyway. So I was just such a rebel. Number 3, the sentimentalist. Is sentimentalist a word? Oh, actually no, it just sounded cool. This kind of ties into the last one, but I was extremely attached to my belongings as a kid. And I mean any belongings. This actually included things like the stickers on bananas. I would save those. I don't know what for. It drove my mom crazy. I remember when my parents got a new oven, I was so attached to the old one that I just didn't want to see it go. And what was I gonna do with it? It was an oven. I was like 7, why was I attached to an oven? We were gonna get a new one. I still get pretty attached to things, but it's within reason now. Number 4, the Weather Channel conundrum. I have saved the best for last. When I was about 3 or 4, my favorite thing to watch was not cartoons, it was not Sesame Street, it was not any kind of children's programming at all. It was the Weather Channel. I don't know why. I do remember that the forecasts that come up every 10 minutes used to have this really neat music, so that might have been it. Whatever the reason, it actually got me to teach myself how to turn on the TV and learn how to flip the channels until I found the Weather Channel. And then I would just sit there in the living room watching the Weather Channel. That's gotta be the weirdest thing I did as a kid. I don't think I have anything to top that. I hope you enjoyed my strange behavior, and I'll see you next week.